Hello, hello, hello. Assalamu alaikum. Jianu, Pakhair Ragale, Ni Hao, Chunashume, Washmale, Ohio Gonzaimes, Guten Morgen, Ola, Bonjour, Privyet, Kaifahal, Haleshuma Chatore, Ahlan Wasalan Marhaba, and a very amazing good morning to everybody who's tuned into PTV1 and are watching World this morning, alongside the one and the only Shazad Khan. I'm very sorry, it was a very unfortunate morning that Maha couldn't make it. So Maha, wherever you are, please get well soon as possible, because we definitely need you over here on the couch. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you guys are ready to kickstart your day. It's time to rise and shine, wake and bake, get up, and be more focused about whatever you want to achieve in life, and be thankful to Allah Almighty that He has actually given you another chance. But before we get started, we've got top stories coming up. Let's take a look. Good morning. Peruvian archaeologists recently discovered human remains from two burial sites they estimate to be some 1,300 years old. The burials included the bones of two adults and a baby. Facebook said it will give users the right to appeal decisions if the social network decides to remove photos, videos, or written posts deemed to violate community standards. Too late. Robots in Singapore have completed a task many humans dread, assembling flat-packed IKEA furniture. The scientists spent 3 years programming the robot, made of arms, grippers, sensors, and 3D cameras, which assembled the frame of an IKEA dining chair in around 20 minutes. I can do it faster. So certainly around us, ladies and gentlemen, we can witness that the world is changing. But other than that, let's come back to a point where, I'm a very proud Pakistani today, and it's because of one gentleman who's actually done a great deal too as well. So there was Commonwealth Youth Award in 2018. Well, this is what it is. And the guy was in London. The name is Zain Ashraf. He's with us. He won an award. He's the first ever guy to actually win an award in Asia. I'm not even saying in Pakistan, because of his NGO, and the name of the NGO is Seed Out. And we have been joined by Mr. Zain Ashraf. Hello, assalamu alaikum, congratulations.
Assalamualaikum.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel great,
All right.
alhamdulillah.
That's it?
So basically, I was, with God's blessing, I got this Commonwealth Youth Award.
Yeah.
So 20 people got selected around the globe. So there are 53 countries in Commonwealth, and I was the first one in Asia representing Pakistan. And very fortunately, on 17th of this month, we received this award. And after the award, we had a meeting with Prince William, Prince Harry, and his fiancée as well, and had a detailed chat about Seed Out and what we're doing, and what we can do.
Did you actually take an autograph from the fiancée too as well?
I really wanted to.
All right, that's great. We'll definitely come back to that.
Picture.
But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Zain Ashraf alone couldn't have done it if it would have been for his parents or his teachers. And these, when we go to school, our teachers, they actually kind of try to give us all of that critical thinking type of thing, but not for students like me, obviously for students like Zain, because we are half the way down the class. I'm just an absent soul, so I'm physically over there, but I'm not listening. But other than that, these teachers who actually put in their days and nights of work so that Pakistan can be proud and we can be one of those nations who actually live on the top and be proud as well. So we have been joined by Dr. Sheena Suhail, who's the Director of Academics, DBE, and she's actually looking after the academics of 48 schools and at all stratas as well. Hello, assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, I'm very good,
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
How good it is to actually listen to this, that the first ever Commonwealth Youth Award 2018 has been awarded to somebody who's from Pakistan and is the first one in Asia.
Zain has made us all very, very proud.
Yeah.
And being an educationist, my prayer and my efforts are all focused that there should be more Zains in Pakistan.
Well, we can name them differently, but particularly we
course,
want them to do what Zain did. Okay, but Zain,
course.
this is not what it is. We'll be focusing on your Commonwealth Youth Award, but there's so much more to that.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about yourself.
So basically, I started this organization called Seed Out 4 years back. The problem is that while I was growing up in Pakistan, I always had this issue of between us and them, rich and poor. Yeah. And I would always see these people coming to our doorstep and asking for more money. And it was never so much, because whatever we give them, those faces would never fade away. And you know, over the years, I went to University of Miami. I got my degree in entrepreneurship, and I realized one thing, that Pakistan is one of the highest charity-giving nations. But the issue is poverty still prevails here. Even though we are giving charity, but it's not making an impact. We cannot actually track our money whenever we give it to some organization or NGO, because we don't know what's actually happening with that. And I wanted to build a platform where we could connect the donors from all around the globe with the potential micro entrepreneurs. So this idea came into existence, which is Seed Out. So basically, I started working on it as well. But right now, it's a not-for-profit crowdfunding platform which is working to alleviate poverty by establishing micro entrepreneurs in Pakistan through interest-free microfinancing.
Wow.
So what we do is basically people who are living below the poverty line. Living below the poverty line means living on $2 a day. These are those people who doesn't have the financial capacity, but they have the willingness to start a business.
Okay.
These are the people who are already working for somebody, but with little bit of effort and help and love, they can actually start their own business of their own as well, and they can make their living sustainable. So we handpick these people, we do the verification process, and our verification process is 100% on IT.
Okay.
It's 100% paperless as well.
Okay.
So applicant goes to a desk officer on Seed Out's office, and his application is carried forward to the credit officer, then credit manager, then social mobilizer, content writer, CFO, then country head. After the 7th verification level, the application gets published on our crowdfunding platform, which is Seed Out's website.
Okay,
And
can I stop you over
Yeah.
there? Why do we need so much of verification? I mean, it's 7 different tiers as well.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's going to make it more difficult for the people who are actually waiting for you to crowdfund them?
Yeah. So basically, the thing is that unfortunately, there's a lot of microfinance organizations in Pakistan, and what they say is, and a lot of them are doing good work as well, no doubt about it. But what they're saying is that they can pull a person out of poverty in 6 different cycles. And 6 different cycles of microfinancing. So if you come to me and I'm an organization,
Unfortunately.
I'm a traditional microfinance organization, and you say you want to start a business, so I will give you 20,000 rupees, which is an average microfinance loan. And after I give you 20,000, you repay this amount back to me in 2 years, and then I give you another cycle, and I give you 6 cycles, and then I claim that I'm going to pull you out of poverty.
Wow.
And this is all done, I give you cash, right? So what we are doing is that we make sure that we do it the right way, and we eliminate all the barriers that leads to a failure of a business. So what we make sure is that we are taking a potential entrepreneur, we're doing the right verification, and then we're taking the person on board on a virtual global platform, which is Seed Out, and then we connect that potential entrepreneur with the donors all around the globe. So these donors crowdfund that potential micro entrepreneur. So once they fund them, so we, rather than giving the person hard cash, we actually take out that money and execute the business for this potential entrepreneur, making sure the money is put in the right use.
So it's like an incubator too?
Yeah, incubator too, along with capacity building and training, making sure the money is put in the right use and this person actually becoming sustainable. So after he becomes an entrepreneur, this person gives this money back, returns this money back to Seed Out, which is interest-free on a very comfortable monthly payment plan. So that money is coming back to a revolving fund, and from that revolving fund, it is 100% revolved for other potential micro entrepreneurs in Pakistan.
Great, yeah. I mean, you truly deserve a big round of applause for this one, and I'm going to come back to another thing as well. But before that, I want to move on to Dr. Sheena. Now, Dr. Sheena, to me, somebody saying, I mean, obviously he's back in Pakistan, but he went abroad to study and, to build his critical thinking and all of these different characteristics within his own personality. But other than that, what are we teaching our kids over here? Why do you think that there is need for people to go out or abroad? Because you deal with all stratas. This is what you said initially when we were about to start the show. Where are we lacking? Are we lacking or no? Are we in the right direction?
We are in the right direction, but there is lots of room for improvement.
Okay.
We are dealing with all the strata of the society. Like Zain said, that pulling people out of poverty, they are financing their funding. I would add to it that we are investing in the education.
Okay.
Like we've got elite schools, we've got the middle order schools, and then we've got the grassroots schools where people the students belong to the poverty line.
Okay.
People cannot even pay. So how the system works is the elite schools, we call them the contributing schools.
Okay.
So, and the middle order school, we call them the self-supporting schools. And then we've got the subsidized schools. So all the extra money which is with the contributing schools comes to the head office.
Yeah.
So from there, we support the schools which need help at the baseline.
Okay, that's just great, but this is not what my question was. But okay, you know, let's get the conversation.
I will get to your
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
That what are we doing?
Yes.
Yes. What we are doing is, where we are lacking is the values and morals.
Okay.
Our country needs learning, education, learning, morals, values, character building. That is where we are focusing. And that cannot be done just through the teachers.
Yeah.
We have to have leaders. We have to have the principals, the head teachers, the headmasters who are motivated, who are enthusiastic, who have this love for
Okay,
learning.
that's great, Dr. Sheena, but you know, since you're in educationist yourself and you said that, you know, there are contributing schools, then there are
Yes.
self-funded, and then there are schools who actually need help. And then the money goes to the head office and then you regulate it.
yes.
But other than that, I believe in inclusive education that, you know, for example, even if I cannot afford, unfortunately, I would love to go to the school which is the elite, and there's no need for money to be moved to the head office. I'm there, you know, everybody else is there who's contributing, and I can be a part of that education system.
You know, when-
because we need to give the window of opportunity to everyone. Imagine that for somebody affording or not able to afford cannot actually be a part of that school where I'm
our
going.
vision. That is our vision.
So this is where
Shahzad.
values and morals come in for teachers.
This is where morals and values come in from teacher. For example, a school in Islamabad, which is our elite school, and all the people living around in the surrounding areas, whether they can afford or not, we give them scholarships or whoever wants to come. If they make it to the merit, yes, they can.
Wow,
they can
that's
come
good.
in. But we've got schools. We've got schools the size of this this studio, and they are in localities which probably cannot afford to travel to Islamabad to go to an elite school. So we are dealing with that as well. But we are trying to provide quality education there as well. And we are investing on teachers. We are investing in our principals, in our head teachers, so that the correct leadership trains our tomorrow.
Amazing. That's cool too, and I partially agree to that as well. But other than that, Zan, now coming back to you, and we're going to take people back in time. We're going to take them to London. That's where you were, meeting the royal family. Can we please share the pictures of Zan Ashraf as well? Because, you know, it's just cool to see a Pakistani with the royal family as well, and that too with the, Okay, go ahead. So tell us what's happening over here. You're receiving your award?
Yes, I'm receiving an award, and this is the Secretary General of Commonwealth. I don't remember his name, but
How was it when you
yeah,
actually,
it was
when they were announcing your name?
yeah,
Were
it was
you
very good.
expecting that you were
The
going to
Prince
win?
Harry was sitting there. It was on the opening ceremony, and there was Theresa May, the Prime Minister of UK. There was Secretary General. There was head of United Nations. There was Prime Minister and presidents of other countries as well.
Wow.
So they announced all the winners on the screen one by one, and it was definitely a very, very proud feeling. I was sitting there alone representing Pakistan, but I saw a lot of woos and whoos in the crowd, and I'm sure, you know, it's a sense of achievement for the country too. And I
is, it
believe
is indeed.
awards is just a mere of you know, representation of what work you do. But ultimately, I believe it's a win for all these people whose lives have been changed through this platform.
Exactly.
And millions of people whose lives are going to be changed through this platform. And I think there's a very positive image that need to be presented in Commonwealth, in the youth specifically, because 60% of the population in Commonwealth countries, which is 53 countries, is under 30 years of age,
Yeah.
right? So we need to tell that there are platforms and there are organizations, there are people who are working hard to bring a change in the society and empowering our communities.
Wow, amazing. I wanted to take a look at more pictures, you know, pictures with the royal family. This is what I wanted to do. Can we do that? Okay, meanwhile, when we are doing that, what I wanted to ask was that this is the first ever sustainable NGO in the country.
Yeah.
So, how did you achieve that?
I think that it's all just intentions. I believe that honestly, as Muslims, we are supposed to give 2.5% charity of our assets every year, and as a true human being, we are also supposed to give 2.5% charity of our time too. And I think if you're blessed with time, if you're blessed with money, if you're blessed with resources, with best education in the world, if money could buy you everything today, then you deserve, you really need to give back to your society and to your people as well.
Exactly.
That's right.
And if God has blessed us in every way of life, then I think it is our right to give back, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And this is your responsibility, not for me as well, for everybody around us. If we, it says that, either you can give man a fish and you can feed him for a day, or you can teach a man and you can feed him for a lifetime. Not only that, Seed Out is also creating a new fish in the ecosystem, right? So in our humble effort from past 4 years, we have established 400 entrepreneurs in Pakistan.
Wow.
We have the biggest average loan size in Pakistan. We make sure that we do it the right way, and we make sure the person gets successful. And there are 1,200 kids who are going to school every day through this platform as well.
Wow.
And this model is sustainable in a way that this is going to keep growing. And this, now what we are going to do in future is that we are going to build a for-profit organization within this non-profit organization to make this administration cost sustainable. Because it's very, very unfortunate, like organizations like Abdul Sattar Eidi, when Eidi died, there's so many things so many things are fading away of that organization as well. And people have less trust as well, obviously, because there's no system and structure. So
No
we need to build,
beauties, no nothing.
yeah, no beauties, no systems. So first thing first, we made sure that we make this organization transparent. And how we do that? With the inclusion of information technology. What happens is anybody who even donates a single dollar on Seed Out, he can real time track that money, that where this money is going, what's the impact that money is making. Because once you donate on Seed Out, you can first thing first, you can change somebody's life with just click of a button. And once you do it, you can track now that person 50% funded, now is 100% funded. And then Seed Out automatically sends you all the geo mapping, location, contact detail, and everything of that entrepreneurs whose life has been changed. And you see your money revolving on your virtual account of Seed Out. And this is where transparency and change comes. And I wanted to make sure that people have trust within the organization, charity organization in Pakistan. They know that where the money is going.
So it's like, we over here as Muslims, when we give away sadaqah, we say sadaqah jariya. So I think this is what the system is, and it's great, and I feel good about it too as well. But other than that, as I was in conversation with Dr. Sheena too, so you went to a university in US, you studied over there, you came back. Let's start from your schooling, then your college. How do you think your teachers help you to be who you are today, and your parents? Because they are the ones who truly deserve a big round of applause to you.
Yeah, I think there's a huge round of applause for my parents. I'm not saying that people.
What's their name? What's their name?
It's my mother's name is Azra and my father's name is Ashraf.
Uncle Ashraf or Auntie Azra, you made the country proud because of your son, and even if he wants to get married like with the lady whom he loves, please let him do that. Anything on a lighter note?
Yeah, I'm already married.
Oh, you're already married.
My wife is sitting there.
Oh, hello. Congratulations. What's her name?
Zainab.
Zainab, congratulations to you too as well. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I think that for all the parents who are out there and, who are in the process of grooming their kids and doing upbringing of their family and kids, you need to teach your kids a lot of values that, you need to give back to society. Because when you read about Abdul Sattar Eidi as well, he says, my mother used to give me 1 rupee and she would ask me, you have to donate 50 paisa to somebody who cannot afford a meal, right? So you have to start it early. You need to teach them, and what you're going to show them, this is absolutely going to replicate in your family as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's a big applause goes to my father and my mother as well, because from very early age I would always see my mother that she would try to help somebody, that somebody gets on her feet from very first day rather than giving her little money.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure, because you cannot help everyone, but everyone can help someone, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
So we need to focus on one thing, that if you really want to help someone, help him in a way that he sustains his life forever, and you make him you do it with dignity, respect, and love, right? And that's our core values too. And my father, as I was growing up, he never stopped me from doing anything. Even I started ridiculous businesses. He would never stop me. Oh, you cannot do this. But I failed, right? But that's part of process of learning, right? If you go to good universities, what you do, education only makes you learn faster than other people, right? But it's a whole lot of experience other than that. When I was in University of Miami, I believe that more than education, it was an experience because I was learning from mentors. I was learning from real examples of successful entrepreneurs who were coming to our classes and telling about their, sharing their experiences.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we do that? You know, this is why I asked him this question. So how do we give them an experience rather than, you know, racing them towards learning faster and faster?
He was talking about his parents.
Yes.
Without the parents, the triangle isn't complete. So what my vision is that we involve the parents and the teachers and the students together in this learning process. So we're talking a lot to parents as well. We're inviting them, not the regular routine parent-teacher meetings. We're talking to them and we are listening to them and we are training them. Training probably would not be the right word. We are discussing with them the challenges of today, how they are supposed to raise good children. And when I talk about children, in our society, we are very much focused on girls. Girls need to do this, girls need to do this, girls need to behave a certain way. Boys, it's okay with boys, but we need to raise our boys properly.
Yeah.
So that is what we are doing. And what we keep on saying to our teachers as well, and to myself as well, that if I want my students to be a certain way or my own children to be a certain way, I have to be that. Because
Amazing
that is how
and
they
you know,
learn.
I've been raised so properly. If you're listening, that I actually got beaten almost every day. So I mean, what other
And,
proper
you know,
grooming can you think of?
It's said now that strict mothers raise better children. So it's good. Credit goes to your mom.
Yeah, I think you need structural learning as well. Like we rely on bookish education so much in Pakistan that, you know, we just want to get A grade, we just want to get the
We
best
are
grades.
running
Okay, but
after
very
grades.
quickly, we're running short of time. But Zain, before you leave, you know, there are other achievements under your hat too as well. Go ahead, tell entire Pakistan what else you have done.
Yeah, I think that it's, as I said, achievements is just a mirror of recognition, but
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, Allah is kind. A week before Commonwealth, I also won a business plan competition at University of Miami. There were 40 teams participated around the globe, and I came second in that competition. I'm also serving as Young Alumni Leadership Council member at the University of Miami. I happen to be on the list of 30 under 30 of that university as well, which is based on 200,000 alumni from around the globe too. I've also been the youngest speaker from Pakistan at Organization of Islamic Cooperation.
Wow.
But I've started a lot of startups when I came into a practical
And
life.
you were never afraid of failure.
Never, because failure is part of life. You know, it's going to give you good learning. And I think success doesn't give you a lot of learning, but failure will give you. So don't get scared that, you know, you can't start something. You have to just jump into it and feel free about anything, whatever you want to do.
Amazing. Thank you very much for being with us. It was lovely to be in conversation with you guys. You are definitely making us proud by giving us all of those characteristics within our own personality with we can think whether this is right or wrong, because parents these days, I think, are busy doing something else too as well. But other than that, Zain, thank you very much for being with us, and continue to make us more proud day by day and day after day as well.
Thank you.
And a big shout out to his parents and to the wife as well, because if you guys wouldn't be there to support him, he wouldn't have been able to do that. So thank you very much once again. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because we've got another issue to talk about, and that too is malaria. And it's female mosquitoes which bite you and give you malaria. I don't want malaria. So if you don't want malaria, stay tuned. Good morning.
cultural activity in Pakistan is the annual National Folk Festival, Lok Mela, held in Islamabad in October each year.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are talking about malaria too as well, as it is World Malaria Day. And even other than that, came into, why we are observing World Malaria Day is that World Health Organizations and all the UN member states actually are supposed to observe this day because of the fact that, first of all, Pakistan is on the map to very high potency with, all of those insects which actually spread malaria. But other than that, it's the World Health Organization is commemorating 70th year of its existence as well. So it's a very important day. And they've helped countries to resolve such issues as well. But to discuss about malaria symptoms and where is Pakistan in terms of the figures as well, we have been joined by Dr. Basir Achakzai from NIH. He's the Director of Malaria, Ministry of Health as well. Hello, assalamu alaikum, sange pira khairam.
Walaikum salam. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for joining us. So, sir, first of all, let's get started. What's the condition over here in Pakistan? It's summers, and we can see mosquitoes buzzing in any ears.
Yeah, thank you very much, first of all, that today is a World Malaria Day with the theme of that ready to beat malaria. So it is internationally commemorated all over the world, and Pakistan, as a responsible country, we are also taking part and to commemorate this day with the same theme. The main objective of this day to commemorate is to create awareness in the masses and to tell the people that malaria is a preventable disease. This mosquito could be stopped by some measures which we can take at our houses, our mahallas, and our villages and our towns. So it is very simple to do it. As you said that the season of malaria is coming, so we should take all the preventive measures. Yeah. And
but before we move on to the preventive measures, I want to know how are things over here in Pakistan? How many people are infected by malaria almost every year?
Pakistan is the high burden malaria country. Why I'm saying this that just because of after Sudan, where the malaria prevalence is very, very high in the Emro region, but Pakistan, keeping in view the size of the country, we are 200 plus country. So that's why we are the high burden country. And in Pakistan, alhamdulillah, Punjab, which is the biggest population-wise province, we are close to eliminate malaria in Punjab.
Wow.
While in other areas of Pakistan, like Fata, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Sindh 50% almost, while all Fata and Balochistan is high endemic.
So very quickly, since we are only left with like 7 or 8 minutes, what are the preventative measures and then what are the symptoms?
Yeah. So simply, for example, if whosoever feel fever, so first of all, early diagnostic is the prime theme, that you early diagnose with the microscopy or the rapid test, which are available all over the country. We have established more than 4,000 healthcare facilities for these services, where the test and the treatment is free of cost by the government of Pakistan, 4,000 plus. And secondly, we should not go for other medication other than only the malaria medication, which is a simple way to treat malaria. And if you feel fever, shivering, or headache, or nausea, vomiting, these things. So first of all, you should demand for a small microscopy, a small blood test. While the people, unfortunately, or GPs or the general practitioner, they are clinically treating the malaria, which is not correct.
Okay.
We should, first of all, early diagnosis and early treatment. That is our philosophy, and we are doing that.
So, what is how do you think the treatment is different from the treatment which we are getting in the government hospitals and the private practitioners doing?
In malaria control program, especially when you go to government hospital, so you will 100% get accurate treatment, because in government hospital, we do, first of all, we make a slide, and then we do microscopy, and if the malaria is confirmed, then we treat accordingly, and that treatment is also free of cost. When the people go to GPs, so the GP make a little bit trials. He use antibiotics and other things for fever, which should not be done. So our request is that, first of all, malaria is preventable. You close your windows during the high season of malaria or the mosquitoes. And secondly, if there is some preventive treatment as well. So if the people of high endemic area, if they start a week or 2 or 3 before, just 3 tablets of anti-malaria, so they could prevent malaria. Wow. And secondly, we are using, sir, the medicated nets in the population. So far, we have distributed in Pakistan 14 million nets free of cost. Wow. In all Pakistan. And in 2018, we have planned more 3.1 million more nets to be distributed in the people. And also in high endemic district, in Pakistan primarily, 12 districts are there who are high endemic. They are South Waziristan, Bajawad Agency in Fata, in Tank in Dar Ismail Khan, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kolu, Barkan, Kila Sepala in Balochistan, Tata Sajawal and Mirpur Khas in Sindh. So in these districts, we are providing complete package. Complete package means IRS spray, which are the inside of the houses, we are doing that spray. And secondly, we provide to each and every individual, for example, their family, these nets, that they should sleep under the net. Yeah. And we are also provide them free of cost rapid test at not only at the big hospital level, but these are at a basic health unit level. So these are the services which government of Pakistan is providing.
So probably from Sindh to Gilgit-Baltistan, you're getting it covered too as well.
Yeah, fortunately Gilgit-Baltistan and as a whole, due to their weather, they are free from malaria so far. Yes, there will be cases, but there is a criteria. If less than 1,000 in 1,000 population is less than 1 case, so we usually say the low endemic area.
Very nice and great too as well, because ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting a treatment for free and that's an accurate treatment, I think that's where we should actually be going, and this is what Dr. Saab is saying. But other than that, Dr. Saab, for everybody who's at home, not everybody is willing to go to doctor in Pakistan. We do have our home remedies, or eat this and eat that and do this. Other than that, people who probably are living in faraway areas, within the rural areas, it gets difficult for them. So can we talk about symptoms? What are the symptoms of malaria? Yeah. If, for example, I'm at home, what am I going to feel if, God forbid, I'm suffering from malaria?
Yeah. First of all, for example, if an area is high endemic, it falls in high endemic area or in low endemic area, if you feel fever, a little bit shivering, malaise or weaknesses in the body ache or headache, so you should straight away go for a malaria test.
All right.
Since you are going to a doctor, so before going to a doctor or with the advice of a doctor, this is a very simple test which is carried out in just 3 minutes.
Wow.
So after 3 minutes, you will get malaria parasite is positive or negative. But alhamdulillah, in Pakistan, the dangerous form of malaria, which is falciparum, we have reduced this falciparum by 80%.
Wow.
80%, which is lethal you can say. While the malaria Vivax is the high in Pakistan. So we have the treatment free of cost in all Pakistan, and we have, as you said, WHO and other partner organizations, international donors who are supporting us. But the positive thing is that the Honorable Prime Minister has just attended a conference in UK, a Commonwealth conference, in which he has said that we are committed to malaria prevention initiatives, and he has also shared that the provincial government all the provincial government is now from their own kitty, they are allocating some resources. So that is the prime theme, that if we have politically committed, and secondly, if there is some awareness in our people that how to prevent from malaria, so it is very easy job then.
And this is what I wanted to do too as well. For example, it is kind of you that you joined us today on this day as well. But other than that, I haven't really seen any awareness campaigns on television, on newspapers about malaria, because now the season is here. So are we planning on that too?
Yes, this is the weakest area of us, because it needs a lot of resources.
Yes.
Although in 2017 we spent some resources on a campaign, PTV was involved with that, Radio Pakistan was involved in that, newspaper we gave some advertisements and all the awareness material in the newspaper. But media is very expensive.
Yeah.
So that is my request to each and every media channel, especially Pakistan, that they should give a little bit time to us on at least this week is a malaria week. So at least if for 2 or 3 minutes some experts comes and they give some education to the people, so that will be great.
Well, that's just great. And very quickly before we wrap up the show, please let us know about the precautionary measures which we can take so that we just do not even get into this problem.
Excellent. So first of all, as I said, that we should use the malaria nets, which are free of cost. We distributed in the high endemic areas. And secondly, for kids, especially at evening time, so the insect propellant should be used. And also, we should take the measures of if there is some standing water outside our houses, in our plants and anything, so we should ask the malaria people to come and to spray that, so we can prevent that.
Wow, that's just amazing. Thank you very much, Dr. Basir Saab, for being with us. It was lovely to talk to you. But I seriously know that you're the Director of Malaria at Ministry of Health, but I seriously want you to take a follow-up on dengue too as well. So one day, I'm going to call you back on the show and we're going to talk about dengue itself.
Definitely, we are working on that.
Because for previous years, we have seen that, we haven't been able to combat it in a way where we could eliminate it, but inshallah, one day, today it was where we were being focused on malaria, and Dr. Saab actually said his heart out and he told you that all you have to do is just take precautionary measures and you'll be out of the problem. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab, for being with us. And for all those people who are out there, if you want any information regarding malaria or the first segment which we did where Zan Ashraf joined us and Dr. Sheena, and I'm a proud Pakistani today because Commonwealth Youth Award 2018 for the very first time, it's the first one in this whole Asia, and that too by a Pakistani, Mr. Zan Ashraf. Congratulations to you too, to his parents, to his family. And as Pakistanis, all we have to do is just keep on working hard and day by day, and inshallah we'll be there, we'll achieve our goals and we'll be at our destiny. And once we reach our destiny, that's the time when we think about other goals and other destinies too as well. So do write to us on our Facebook fan page, which is with the name of World This Morning. On Twitter, it's World This Morning without a G. On Daily Motion and YouTube, it's World This Morning. The fabulous repeat is going to be as 5 past 11 p.m. Till the next time, look after yourselves. Good morning.